Oh, yeah.
That man right there.
All right. Well, speaking of, do you want to
Nick
get
Chubb.
into the Cleveland Browns offseason?
Yeah. So
All right, guys.
I did not hear what he said.
I was like, all right, guys, I'm black.
All right, guys. Bye. Deuces.
Talking about the Browns, I'm out.
Just like the Browns. Browns are out.
Out of unlike the out of the three teams we have here, unlike these two Colts and Patriots fans over here, the Browns actually have a chance to make the playoffs this year.
Every other team in the AFC North just disappear or something.
No. But Deshaun Watson is the Browns quarterback, and he good.
Oh yeah, looked real good last year when he got to start playing.
Have you looked at the stuff that they've been doing in training camp, bro? He
Ooh,
looks like
training camp.
Training camp.
Oh, man.
Matt Jones looks like prime Tom Brady in training
No,
camp.
he doesn't. Bro,
Hey,
Patriots
Zach Wilson.
are literally having to edit videos of his throws in midair to make it look like he's completely.
That's why he
Hey.
looks like Tom Brady in training camp.
Deshaun Watson looks like Zach Wilson in training camp, too.
Draft combine, Zach Wilson, maybe.
Exactly. You know, those shorts help you throw the ball a few extra yards.
Yeah. Deshaun Watson is like, we could talk about everything in this offseason that we did, and we will, but that's where it's going to come down to. It's Deshaun Watson that everyone knew before all this stuff came out, that people were like, yeah, this guy right here, it's either him or Patrick Mahomes. These are the two best quarterbacks in football. And everyone wants to talk about how that didn't happen, and they're just going to forget it because everything he did. And we're not disregarding that. We're talking about football. That guy was a baller. It was Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, he had me shaking in my boots when he had the Texans going 4-12 his last year. Ooh.
Yeah, after
I was
Billy
shaking my
O'Brien-
boots.
After Billy O'Brien decided he wanted to freaking wreck that franchise.
Oh, man. I'm just giving you crap.
Pretty
No,
sure
I
they
mean,
still have won a
Deshaun
playoff
Watson's
game
got
more recently
talent.
than your team, but
I mean, he's only, that last year when he faced the Colts, he only cost them the game 2 times with last-minute fumbles in both games. So
I'm not worried. But free agency. Most importantly, we fired Joe Woods.
there you go.
Let's celebrate, okay? Fired his bum ass. A year after they should have. Joe Woods was garbage. Okay. Then they picked up Jim Schwartz, who's a good pickup. He was the Eagles' defensive coordinator when they won the Super Bowl against the Patriots. When Big Dick Nick Foles gave it to Tommy Brady.
Yeah, I mean,
and it
anyone
is
could
now-
have given it to the Patriots that year.
At least we've won 6 of them.
Yeah, and it is Tommy Brady now, as everyone should know. He bought into Birmingham Football Club because he's been watching too much Peaky Blinders. So he's like, you know what I want to do? I want to switch football for football.
Ha!
Other things that they did, they got rid of Jadeveon Clowney, who at one point of the season last year was just like, yeah, I'm not going in on that down.
He'll be back.
I'm only going in a third down when we're pass rushing. I don't want to play. You're only giving Myles Garrett the good plays.
He'll be back after training camp because he doesn't participate in this.
Yeah, that's true. He will be back after that. What's funny is like they came out like he was complaining that Myles Garrett they were giving all of Myles Garrett the good plays. Like, bro, Myles Garrett's like the most doubled player in NFL football. What are you talking about? He's doubled and chip blocked every play, and the often plays that he's not, he usually gets sacks. So I don't know what he wants, but that was funny. But we replaced him with Zadarius Smith, which I thought is a really good pickup.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really happy with that. They also went after the other defensive lineman from Minnesota Vikings, and they picked up Dalvin Tomlinson. I thought that was really good. And then they also picked up a young guy, Okoronkwo, from the Texans. I'm not even going to try to say his first name. They also have all... What? Agbonia? Yeah. And then they've had safety troubles over the last few years, and they're trying to shore that up with Juan Thornhill from the Chiefs. Won a couple Super Bowls, and he's played really well. He had a couple years ago a season injury.
And
Ronnie McLeod.
yeah.
Yeah. Come on now. You know I got this stuff.
Oh yeah.
They re-signed Ethan Posich, our center that blew up last year after
all of your centers went down.
Yeah, in preseason, and then he came out and was elite. And then also we re-signed Anthony Walker as a linebacker.
There you go.
Good free agency. We focused on the defensive line, which we desperately needed, and we are improving that through our draft as well. We picked up Cedric Tillman from Tennessee, who, if you watch the Hall of Fame game, that guy's big. Holy cow. Yeah. I didn't realize how big he was. And
he's a big dude.
He's fast, too. He's violent when he runs his routes. I'm excited to see him play.
He was Tennessee's guy before he went down, and then Jalen Hyatt, kind of burst onto the scene.
Yeah. And I think, off topic, I think Jalen Hyatt going to the Giants was like the worst team for him to go to.
Yeah. But they got a weird just stable of wide receivers. But yeah.
Yeah. Then we picked up Big Beef Boy Siaki Ika, defensive tackle from Baylor. Something that Browns fans have been wanting forever. Dude, somebody that can just stop the damn run. Like, we were so easy to beat last year because if you're just like, you know what, I want to run it right up the middle, you're getting 5 yards. And we lost the game last year because the Falcons couldn't do a damn thing. And then they're like, we've got this second and third and fourth string running back. We're going to run it 22 straight times. And they won't stop it once. And they beat us because of it. They just ran the ball from the third quarter to the fourth quarter 22 straight times.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pathetic. And then we got, I think, the steal of the draft, DeJuan Jones. That dude, if he can decide he wants to play football and keep weight down, looks the part. That guy's, and then he played very well against the Jets edge rushers, who they were playing their first round draft pick and their first round draft pick from the year prior. So he was getting good NFL reps, and he didn't allow a pressure.
Oh, and you guys have probably the best coach for him too, so that's awesome.
Yes, we do. That's true. And then we got a bunch of other guys that aren't necessarily huge big deals, apart from Dorian Thomas-Robinson from UCLA. And all those fans that are like, man, can't believe we paid Deshaun Watson this much money so we can have this guy. Go back to when we were like 1-15, 2-14. Okay, like that's what the caliber of quarterback he is. Okay, Josh Dobbs looked like he did in the preseason.
Or what's his face? Who was that second round quarterback that you guys had from Notre Dame?
Sean Kaiser.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like DTR. I think he'll.
I do
get
too.
Play
He's a fun guy to watch.
Yeah, I think he'll get some play this year. Especially in the red zone. I think he'll get some plays drafted up for him. I think because that's kind of a trend in the NFL right now.
I pray not. If you're in the red zone, you better use that guy you pay $240 million to, guaranteed.
That's fair, but I mean, I think they did that with Jacoby Brissett, right?
Just QB sneaks because Brissett's sneak god.
Yeah,
I think he's converted
I think they'll find a way to get DTR on the field. He's got some good talent, so.
But really, that's the big gist of the Browns offseason. We could sit here and talk about every little position and all the things that can be done. Is our defensive line going to be able to do this? Are we going to be able to stop the pass? Will our team finally figure out how to run cover 2 without, looking at each other like they're morons on the field with their hands up? Like, I thought you had him. It happened repeatedly last year. It really will come down to Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Will he be good? Yes or no? And then that brings it back to earlier. If you're watching the full video, Dylan talked about like how important is Nick Chubb to the Browns. And I'm like, well, if you asked me last year, he's like crucial. We'll see how he is this year because now we're going to have a full year of Deshaun Watson and he's the guy. So I'm curious on to see how they mesh together.
Yeah.
But that is my long-winded. The Browns will make it to the Super Bowl, guys.